2 hours after the first shots were fired, Brule was under Imperial control. Though a mere skirmish by Empire standards, the raid on Brule would mark Welkin Gunther's first taste of battle and begin his rise to a Gallian hero.
Alicia.
I thought I would be ready for this. I knew war meant this might happen. It hurts. Seeing my town overrun like this, seeing all those people killed, it's just not right. How could all this happen? It isn't human, Welkin.
We look at those birds and see how wild and free they are. But they all have their own territories. If anything threatens their home, they'll risk their lives to defend it. People are animals too. We do what we have to, when we have to. Animals are in a constant struggle to stay alive, but I've also seen them help each other, almost like they were cooperating in order to survive.
Cooperating?
That's why I'm so into studying natural science. That coexistence. I want to know how it works. If we could figure that out, mankind could put it to use for our own survival. That's why I want to be a teacher, so that I can pass that knowledge on to the children. I mean, even if we can't completely eliminate war, at least we might learn to live together as one people.
You think so?
Welks, look. Martha fell asleep, so that makes me the babysitter. See, Alicia?
Oh, he's adorable.
Just like you said, even in war, new life happens all around us. Come here. Look, that's your hometown.
Someday, we'll come back home again.
Yes. Someday soon. I know it.
Chapter 3: Vassal Urban Warfare. In March of 1935, the Empire began its invasion across Gallia's eastern border. Maximilian, commander of the Gallian invasion front, built his army around mobile armor. Ghirlandaio and the other fortresses along the border fell to his tanks in quick succession. Brule's fall in under 2 hours was typical of villages in the Empire's path, and the road to the capital bore a steady flow of refugees. Randgries, Gallia's capital, a town secure and stable since ancient times. Within its walls stood the castle Randgries, and within its unicorn spire resided Cordelia, Gallia's princess. Supporting Gallia's policy of neutrality was a system of universal conscription. Under it, all schools required military training each year. In the event of a war, citizens were then drafted into the militia to defend their country. As the conflict with the East grew worse, both Welkin and Alicia found themselves no exceptions to that fate.
So these are my new digs. Oh, my uniform. I should get changed before reporting. Flares, binoculars, a compass, and a map. Everything you need for a nice hike. Or combat.
Welkin? Can I come in?
Sure, it's open.
Oh, you're already changed too. Let's see. Not bad, not bad. You look good, actually. So, how about me? Do I look all right in this? Convincing?
Let's take a look. Yeah, you look fine. You wear it like a pro.
Really? You're not just saying that?
Of course not. You look tough. I like it.
Oh, good. I was worried it looked kind of silly.
No way. That plating on the back, it's like a coleopterate exoskeleton. Beetle-tastic.
Coleo what? And did you just say beetle? Welkin? What kind of girl wants to hear that she looks like a bug?
Huh? Not just any bug. A rhinoceros beetle, king of the insects. Who wouldn't want that?
Uh-huh. I guess I'll just try to take that as a very Welkin sort of compliment.
Tell me about that scarf. You've been wearing it since I met you.
Oh, this? It's part of my uniform from the bakery.
Is that right?
I don't want to forget the time I spent busting my buns baking. I plan to keep wearing it until I can get back to...
That's great. Once you do, I'll be first in line to get some of that bread.
Is that a promise? Well, I'll be sure to have plenty of it ready and waiting for you.
Absolutely. Hey, if you're ready, we should probably go see the captain now.
Come in.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Galleon Militia Enlistee Welkin Gunther, reporting for duty.
Ma'am, Galleon Militia Enlistee Alicia Melchiot, also reporting for duty.
I'm Captain Eleanor Varrot, commander of this regiment. Gunther, you're promoted to lieutenant. You'll be leader of Squad 7 now.
Ma'am!
Enlistee Melchiot, you're promoted to sergeant. You'll be under the lieutenant's command. Understood?
Ma'am!
What do you know? It is you. Nice coincidence, huh, Welkin?
Valdio? I had no idea that you'd enlisted.
Yep. Now that there's a real war going on, I joined up. Pretty much all the officer and training boys are here just like you.
You know each other.
Yes, ma'am. We knew each other at university. Welkin was in science and I was in archaeology. And just look at us now. No archaeology or science. Looks like the two of us are studying war, I guess.
Looks that way. It's good to see you.
And you.
That'll be all for now. There's a strategy briefing later today, but you still have time for you to catch up. You'll be spending a lot of time on the post and in Randgrees. They'll be your new home, so get to know them. That'll be all. Report back in time for the briefing. Until then, you're dismissed.
Willkommen zurück zu Valkyria Chronicles. Nach einer langen Pause, aber jetzt kommen sie wieder regelmäßig, ich verspreche es. Und das waren jetzt ganz schön viele Videos und jetzt können wir hier neue Sachen machen. Wir können Equipment ändern, Members, Training und Upgrades. Gucken wir einfach mal rein. Ist ja alles noch was neu. Vulcan, Alicia, Rosie und Lago. Die kenne ich aus dem Anime. Das ist ganz cool. Shock Trooper, Scout, Lancer. Okay. Ja, okay, im alle Granaten bis auf ihm. Ich weiß nicht, was ein Ragnate ist. Vielleicht irgendwas Nahkampfmäßiges? Ja. Command Tool. Gut, habe ich ja wahrscheinlich jetzt die Auswahl zwischen den vier. Also, ich vermute, die vier kommen alle dran.
It's good to see you doing the rounds. Welcome. This is the command room. Use it to structure your squad. You will have access to both drafted and volunteer recruits. Now that I think of it, Squad 7 is still short on soldiers, isn't it? I'll explain how this works. This is the master list. The recruits have all been assigned classes based on their talents. I should probably touch on the 5 classes, just so we're clear. First off, you have the scouts. Just like the name suggests, they'll be your eyes. Their best asset is their mobility. They can go out, collect intel, then make it back safely. That, and a keen eye for enemies. A good scout can spot a man in tall grass from 100 yards. That comes at the price of firepower. Their job is spotting enemies, not taking them out. Next up, the shock trooper. They're the ones to break through enemy lines and clean up. They offer excellent offense and defense. As far as combat goes, they're as good as it gets. While they lack any specialized techniques, they also don't have any obvious shortcomings. Think of them as the least finicky unit in your squad, Lieutenant. After them, we have Lancers, then anti-tank units. They're critical when facing armored targets. Their purpose is pretty self-explanatory. In most cases, they're the only way to stop a tank.
Okay.
They're also well shielded from explosives, which conveniently includes tank mortars. Sadly, they're slow and weak to gunfire. Their limited ammo could also be called a drawback. Changing gears, we have the engineers. They handle supplies and perform combat support. They can restock other units' ammunitions, treat the wounded, even repair tanks on site. They can place sandbags for cover, disarm mines, repair towers, you name it. Their actual combat skills are very low. Think of them as combat facilitators. Lastly, we have the snipers. They can shoot down targets from a considerable distance. You won't find better soldiers for marksmanship and range. They can hit targets I can barely see. Sniping rifles also come with scopes that work to augment a sniper's natural eyesight. Drawbacks include low mobility and defense. If the enemy gets them alone, they're done for. That should cover the basics. Go ahead and put a squad together now. There's room for 20, and you can swap units at any time.
Okay, das hört sich ja interessant an. Also, ich habe einen Scout, einen, wie hießen die? Ein Lancer auf jeden Fall und einen Schocktuch. Okay. Im Prinzip habe ich ja dann sogar schon 2 Scouts, weil man selber ist ja auch ein Scout. Und dann hier Sniper. Impaler. Pollenallergie, Night Vision. Die hat zwar ein bisschen schlechtere Stats, aber ich finde irgendwie cooler. Ich nehme sie. Potential Info. Naja. Okay. Gucken, was seine Werte sind. Okay. Ich glaube, dann nehme ich doch ihn, weil die Werte sind einfach besser.
Hey, I'm Oscar Baylor. Thanks for taking me on board.
Gerne. So, Injis. Wen haben wir denn da? Need Freak. Werte sind. Okay. Was macht Metalhead? Okay. Okay. Neat Freak. Ja, toll. Gefällt mir das nicht. Ja, okay, die mag's, wenn Frauen in der Nähe sind, aber Männer stören sie. Die sind alle nicht so geil. Ich nehme erstmal Claudia mit rein.
Hello, I'm Claudia Mann. I'll do my best to live up to your expectations.
Alles klar. Achso, ich muss 20 Stück. Okay. Gut. Haben wir unsere 20 Leute.
Well, feel like you've struck a balance? Come back anytime you'd like to adjust your squad. As time passes, we'll have more recruits to choose from, so keep an eye on that list. Oh, and all the recruits go through training together, so they're all ready for combat.
Sehr gut.
They'll be at the same level as the rest of the team you've taken into the field. You can swap out members without the worry of losing the benefit of their experience. Trust in your own judgment and pick a team you know you can work well with. That should be enough to get you started. You can figure out the rest as you go.
Okay, also ist egal, ob ich jemanden mitnehme oder nicht, die leben alle gleichzeitig.
Wow. Squad leader's a lot of responsibility. Come to think of it, Valdio's heading up Squad 1, isn't he? I wonder if he's off sorting through this stuff now, too. I'd better get a move on.
Training field.
Welcome to your worst nightmare. I'm the guy who's gonna whip you lazy blobs into shape. Still, I can't work miracles here. No amount of drilling beats real combat experience. I want you all to go out there, kick some imp tail, and then show me what you learned. I will train that experience into something you can actually use. Level you bums up. But don't go trying to hog all the glory. A squad's a team, and we got no need for stars. You will train as a class and level up by class. Scout level 2, Scout level 3. You get it? When the scouts level up, that means each and every one of them goes up that level. You hear me, maggots? Any of you think he's better than the rest of the team, go home now! All right. Now I'll show you lowlives how this whole thing actually works. It ain't complicated. First you go out there and fight, then divvy up that experience here. Once the experience you cram into a soldier class clears a set amount, it'll level up. Picking which class to level up and when is your job as the squad leader. Now give it a go. Train all you want. I've got all day.
Ich habe 2000, dann kann ich für jeden einmal leveln. Achso, mach ich so nach rechts. Ah, okay. Das heißt, die müssen jetzt alle Level abbekommen eigentlich. Okay. Okay. Kann ich jetzt irgendwie bestätigen oder muss ich rausgehen?
Got it? That's how training by class works. Now get out. Oh, and there's one more thing to add. Sometimes leveling up a unit class will unlock a hidden potential in them. You can think of potentials as the natural abilities your soldiers have inside them. Those abilities will form a big part of your strength in the field, so keep them in mind. Other times, leveling up a class will earn you clearance for a new order. Here, as long as we're talking about it, I'll teach you a classic, a real golden oldie.
Evade boost. Okay, cool.
Orders are special commands you can give out as the squad leader. They can save your tail. It doesn't take a genius to see that leveling up your soldiers is the best way to beef up your squad. The soldiers will get stronger, and you just might unlock new potentials and orders. All that just from me working you sorry bums into the dirt. I just hope you maggots are ready for a real workout the next time I see you here.
Okay, ich habe jetzt die XP anscheinend nicht benutzt. Deswegen gehe ich da nochmal kurz rein.
Welcome to your... Train all...
Wie bestätige ich? Ich weiß nicht, wie ich das bestätige. Ah, okay.
Fight the bullet! No pain, no gain!
Bam! Ganz viele Level-Ups.
Good work, maggots! You're one level closer to... Looks like that session beat a new potential out of the Lancers. Looks like that session beat a...
Okay. 820 habe ich noch. Ich könnte die Ingis noch komplett leveln. Das mache ich jetzt einfach direkt.
You're better than this! Push those limits! Good work, Matt!
Ja, sehr geil.
Okay, you've earned clearance for a new order. Put it to good use out there.
Defense Boost. Okay. Alles klar. Jetzt haben wir noch XP übrig.
Come back anytime you're ready to sweat.
Ich denke, es bringt nichts, ein Level halb voll zu machen oder so. Ich wüsste nicht, was das bringen sollte. Okay, Equipment. Letzte Bereich.
Welcome to R&D, man. What can I do you for? Huh? Wait, I know that insignia. You're Lieutenant Gunther, aren't you?
Yeah.
I knew it! Man, I've heard about you! That evacuation at Brule was just... wow! Protecting a tiny life in the middle of all that slaughter? Man! Man! Oh, Lieutenant, you're good people. You get all my respect and then some, bro.
What's going on, Leon? I could hear you from clear across the hangar.
Oh, Casey, check it out! It's Lieutenant Gunther! He's the man, man!
Sorry about him, Lieutenant. He's like this all the time, I'm afraid. But where are my manners? I'm Kreese Cherney. I'm training here as a mechanic.
Oh, and I'm Leon Schmidt. But just call me Leon, bro. I'm your boy.
So, Lieutenant Gunther, what brings you down to R&D today? We do work here on weapons development, making upgraded weapons and equipment.
And that includes rifles and machine guns. We can even soup up your tank.
Nice.
Of course, research expenses aren't cheap.
With rifles and other firearms, we'll mass-produce new models as they're developed. You won't have to worry about making enough for your squad. We'll outfit them.
For tanks, you can upgrade the baseline performance of the body itself, or develop optional parts that you can add on to tweak out its specs.
Right. You can choose which optional parts you want in the tank equipment section. Come in anytime and make adjustments based on the needs of the operation at hand.
Okay, das hört sich gut an. Body Enhancements Sweet and weak point improvements, attack supports. Body enhancement mostly reinforce the gun barrel and body armor. Okay. Okay. Attack oder Verteidigung und Body Types ändern, okay. Bla 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 bla. Okay, 4x3 haben wir Platz. Gut, das werden wir einfach mal ein bisschen austesten müssen, denke ich. Development Weapons. Vielleicht erstmal Uniform Gap einfach mal ein bisschen Verteidigung. Blast Suits. Das ist wahrscheinlich nur für die Dings. Die Lancers, oder? QC Boost. Ach, damit kann ich durch die Waffen wechseln, okay. Ich würde sagen, wir verbessern die Waffen einfach erstmal ein bisschen. Das wird schon was brauchen. Dukaten sind das, glaube ich, ne?
Here you go, bro. All done.
Okay, das kann ich jetzt noch nicht.
Sorry.
Muss ich erst noch freischalten.
It's
ja. Blast Suits. Ja, ich upgrade die Armor und die Uniform einfach mal. Weil ich will ja nicht, dass meine Leute sterben. Das ist ja ziemlich das Wichtigste eigentlich. Solange sie leben, können sie noch schießen. Granate habe ich schon. Sniper Rifle, okay. Kann man einen Accuracy Boost immer gebrauchen. Firepower Boost. Die Panzer schneller wegballern. Finde ich auch gut.
All set for you, bro.
Panzer sind immer etwas, was ziemlich übel sein kann. Aber ich glaube, ich jetzt sogar alles schon gemacht, oder? Ist irgendwas noch offen? Irgendwas, was ich noch verbessern kann? Sieht nicht so aus. So, Edelweiß fällt noch. Mein Panzer. Aha, Body Enhancements. Reinforce Armor. Reichweite. Okay. Verteidigung. Oh, das ist teuer. Das habe ich gar nicht gesehen. So, das hier kann ich jetzt nicht equippen, solange ich das hier habe. Ich kann nur eins aus jeder Reihe nehmen, ne? Oh ne, das kann ich mir nicht leisten. Das kann auch daran liegen. Okay. 50 HP auf... Thread ist, glaube ich, die Kette, mit der ich fahre. Bulletproof Resolve. Okay. Ja, nehmen wir das noch mit. Aber jetzt habe ich keinen... Ah, ich wollte die anderen Kategorien angucken. Ja. Ist das egal, wo ich das hinsetze? Okay. Bin mir nicht sicher. Habe ich das jetzt platziert oder nicht? Okay. Achso, ich bin da quasi jetzt automatisch schon durchgewechselt. Okay. Ich habe mir also schon alles angeguckt. Outfit Text. Gehen wir da dann drauf. Okay. Change Parts. Ich würde gerne wissen, ob die Position wichtig ist. Also ich selber fahre also mal mit dem Panzer. Okay.
Well, sir, was that helpful?
Mit Sicherheit.
We're working here around the clock to make possible tomorrow what's out of reach today. Come again a little later. We'll do our best to have something useful for you by then.
Yeah, you better come back soon, bro. I am all fired up to work on stuff for you.
Da ich gerade 3000 Dukaten ausgegeben habe, war das bestimmt sinnvoll. Okay. Dann würde ich sagen, war es das. Wir haben uns jetzt unsere Basis angeguckt, unsere Upgrades, unser Squad und so weiter und so weiter. Und ich sage bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.